I have logged into my Trixie Pup64 Puppy Linux. Today what we'll do is we will install a bootable miniOS to USB stick here, SDB1. miniOS-ultra is what we'll download and install. miniOS is hybrid between the regular Linux such as Ubuntu and Debian and so on, and the Puppy Linux. The reason I say that is it's recommended, strongly recommended you just install it in USB stick. Sudo is used, but no password is required for 90% of work that you do. For example, when you want to update a Debian repository that's used, you do enter sudo apt update, but it doesn't ask for a password. The other thing unique about miniOS is that after reboots, persistence is saved automatically. So it's like a Puppy Linux save folder is actually saved in a separate partition in a USB stick. So the first thing is we'll download the miniOS-ultra. What you want to do is you want to choose the edition here, Ultra. And then just download. Look at here in the download folder. So I have downloaded the ISO. I install it into USB here, USB in my case. So we'll just go ahead and open up a terminal here, and then we're downloads, and then what we want to do is just copy here. And of course, yours may be slightly different. So what we want to do is put the ISO here. So mini, and then tab will automatically load once you're in the downloads folder with the ISO. And then in my case, it's going to be SDB. So depending on your USB stick, it'll be different. And then we'll go ahead and status, and then just follow this, and then we're going to go ahead and enter. So once this is done, so we're going to boot from the USB stick, and I noticed that it only works in a legacy BIOS boot. So you'll notice that it says miniOS here, and then this is where the persistence save partition is, and this will change automatically after you reboot into the USB stick. It'll automatically resize depending on the USB stick size. So all we have to do is just reboot at this point from Puppy Linux, and then on my computer I'll have to keep on tapping on F9 to get into the boot menu. I'll just go ahead and tap on F9 to get into the boot menu. And then here, USB, right now, on UEFI boot source, I have multiple Puppy Linux. And then here, what we want to do is boot into SanDisk. This is the USB stick. So I'll enter. And then in my case, it's English. And then resume previous session. So this this is a first fresh boot. So what we want to do is we want to start new session. So we'll get to the new session. And this resizing partition, so automatically. So obviously it'd be good to use a very fast USB stick. And then now we have a miniOS-ultra that we have logged into. the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and this is XFCE for window manager. So what we want to do is just go to the one here, and then I noticed that I should get into the display, and then here scale, I want to just up it to 1.25 and apply. And now we want to keep this configuration, and it's much easier to see. And from here, it's pretty much XFCE. So here, I'd rather not have these showing up. So what I can do is just right click and then go to desktop settings, I believe. And then we can certainly change the background wallpaper. So this is good. Menus. I think the desktop icons is where we're gonna go. And I noticed that the file launcher icons is the default. But if you go to file launcher icons, and then I don't need to see thumbnails. Let's see, let me just, we'll go ahead and delete the trash. And then I don't need to see the home. And I want devices here. It simulates what you would see normally in Puppy Linux. So different partition, you can just click and then get into the partition. So I prefer to have this. And then just with the left Windows key, click, brings up a lot of menus. So here we'll go to Terminal Emulator. And this is, you get a little warning that you want to do the first is a sudo apt update, and we'll just go ahead and do that first. Update, and then it's going to update. It also has a Synaptic Package Manager already installed. So Alt F10, see if that makes it, and then Control Shift and plus, maybe it'll make it bigger. Good. And then Control L will clear, and then we'll just go ahead and do the sudo app update again. Error. So there is a error on update. So let me just try to install something. So sudo apt install Synapse, which is a application launcher. So we'll just see if this will install. So it does install, so that's great. So now Control L again, and then let's see, Alt F10, and then what I want to do is just Synapse and ampersand sign, and let's see what, so it does work, okay? So this is a Synapse application launcher, and let me just bring that up again. So Synapse is, so it installed fine. And then what we want to do is with the Synapse, you want to click here in Preferences, start up on a login, so it starts on every boot. And then I preferred Virgilio, and then close, and then Control spacebar will bring up whatever you want to launch. So let me just reboot it now. Terminal Emulator, and then sudo reboot. And then on mine is F9 again. And then we're gonna go to the SanDisk again. Now English again. Resume now we want to resume previous session to use that persistence function. So you can see there is the puppy-like desktop icons here, and so the